Welcome to the Conscious Leader Birth Your Legacy work from your divine genius with Thoth and the Council of Light as divinely transmitted by me, Danielle Hoffman, and the Arcturians as channeled by Danielle Scranton. Welcome, Daniel. I'm so delighted that you're here and excited to co-create.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
And welcome everyone, inviting you to really tune into your signature energy, your unique essence. And as we're bringing in Thoth and the Arcturians, inviting you to really be connecting to your inner connection. So I'll take a moment and bring in Thoth and then hold the space as you're bringing in the Arcturians. And we also invite you, as we're kind of modeling the step, as we've chosen to do it really on camera, to also just be having a sense that it's unique for each individual, the way that you connect to source and to the light beings. This is Thoth with Melchizedek, the Hathors, and an expanded Council of Light, moving more into the forefront of this divine transmission. And we would open the space with the emerald ray, the U ray, inviting you to be each connecting to your unique signature energy. And we'll move into the silence as the Arcturians are coming forward.
Well, pleased to connect. Whoa. Yes, hello. It is wonderful to be here with all of you. So beautiful to connect and to feel the connections through the different dimensions that we are gathering right now. This is a time for bringing forth more of the high frequency energies, as all of you who are participating in this gathering from Earth are having a very unique set of circumstances that is calling forth more of the high frequency energies. You have an opportunity to connect with beings like ourselves and the other beings that are present here now.
We are delighted to be co-creating with you in this now moment and in the multi-dimensional connection.
Yes.
And we are bringing forward the energy and the frequency and the knowing for each of you that are choosing to recognize your multidimensionality, that not only are you connected to what you would call your 3 dimensions and your Earth star experience, yet you are connected and reside, as you know, in many dimensions simultaneously. So one of the evolutionary keys that happens if you choose to partner with light beings, and it is a choice in alignment with your vibrational frequency, that there is the experience of being more multi-dimensional, occupying more of your multidimensionality. So would you say more about the dimensions?
Yes. We have ascended into a 9th dimensional frequency range, which is a non-physical dimension. Therefore, we are all about feeling. We're all about vibration. We do not have to feed or clothe ourselves. We do not need homes to live in. And we are the 9th Dimensional Arcturian Council because we ascended within the Arcturian star system. Therefore, we do understand what it is like to be in a physical dimension. We do have those memories available to us of having physical bodies. And even though life in our star system is much easier than it is in your solar system, we can still relate to you, and we do get a sampling of what it is like to be there in the 4th dimension on Earth through the beings like this one who can connect with us and give us the opportunity to connect vibrationally and energetically to your system and to your dimension.
Yes, and as we are in this divine to divine, and this conversation is happening between us and you, the Arcturians, this is also stabilizing this capacity to be communing with us, to have a conversation between me, Thoth, and the expanded council that's present, and the Arcturians with the adept channels that are present. It is an anchoring of the frequencies and vibrations. It is perhaps anchoring isn't the most optimal word here, yet it is an evolution of what begins to be possible. For there is a simultaneity of how one experiences the dimensions. So as your channel connects to you and the Arcturian star system, and our divine transmitter Danielle connects to us in the various frequencies and vibrations and galactic energies, there are also what could be called memories that haven't quite existed thus far that get catalyzed. So what we're speaking about is that this channeling is also a way to be accessing frequencies and vibrations that haven't existed on the home star of Earth thus far, the Earth star. We don't want to say home star, for it is not the home star for many of you that are tuning in, yet on the Earth star. So what would you say about the frequencies and vibrations that haven't been available on the Earth star that now become available through the connection specifically to you as the 9-dimensional Arcturian Council?
Well, we often encourage those who tune into our daily transmissions to feel for the vibrations that we are bringing through this channel, as they are the main event. They are the main attraction, and the words that he makes out of that energy and then transmits through his mouth, they are secondary to the energies that are being channeled in this moment at this particular frequency. And so it is important, as you receive any channeled material, whether it is written or spoken, to pay attention to how you feel as you receive it. Whether it resonates or not will be determined by that feeling that you get from it. And it is better to focus on what is happening inside of you than to focus on whether what you are hearing makes sense to your physical mind, or whether it is in harmony with other beliefs that you hold. And as you receive a channeling, you are anchoring in the energies that are being transmitted and making them available to the rest of humanity. Many of the beings there on Earth in human form are not connecting to channeled material. They are not as open as all of you. They are not as sensitive. They do not understand what it means to ground energy in their physical bodies. And so you do the majority of the heavy lifting in that regard for your fellow humans, those who are still asleep and not paying attention to what it is that they are feeling at all. So it is a great service that you do whenever you channel other beings yourselves or tune into channeled material and let it flow through you.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are some beautiful nuances of what you are sharing, that the words are vibrational placeholders for the multidimensional transmission. It is what we often speak about when we speak about scribing, and that by scribing we don't necessarily mean that something comes into written form. What we mean is that you are tapping into frequencies and vibrations and bringing them forward in connection to their origin and their divine wholeness. So the energy of what gets channeled or scribed or written or spoken or sung is connected to the source of that consciousness. It does not separate in order to be expressed. And this resonance factor that you are speaking about is very key. For what we often say is that we are placing frequencies and vibrations, possibilities on the altar in response to your asking and your calling, and it is your choice to pick them up or not. Even if we are directing or guiding a certain direction, it is not because we are attached and you going in any direction, for it is all well, it is all in alignment with your particular choice. And this is honoring of us connecting divine to divine from the place of equality and equanimity, and that you have your own discernment and inner connection to what is empowering to you. And what isn't empowering to you, what may not be in resonance for you, you do not need to resist it. It just can be in the vibration where it exists. We often say if you go into the grocery store and you have a certain recipe, you want to make broccoli soup, you go into the grocery store, you get your ingredients for your broccoli soup, and there are other ingredients in the grocery store that aren't in resonance with you for that now moment. They're not your particular nourishment. And so what? Just have them be just like you would in the grocery store. You don't have resistance to peas or something that wouldn't be in your soup. So this particular signature energy, as we started with the emerald ray, the U ray, also recognizes that you unlock, in a sense, your very bespoke and unique experience that's yours and yours alone to have. So as you're speaking about how receiving channeled information is a service and a contribution, would you also say more about channeling and how it can be very distinct, unique for each individual, and the contribution to their experience that the channeling brings to them?
It's each individual who opens themselves up to channeled material, to higher dimensional beings like ourselves, is merging their consciousness, merging their energy with the energies that they are bringing through. Therefore, if you are channeling, you are transforming yourself while at the same time bringing through the energies, the words, the concepts, the ideas, the teachings, everything that you are sharing to the rest of the collective. But the more you channel, the more you link up with higher dimensional beings, the more you begin to feel yourself becoming a higher dimensional being, and the line between you and the beings that you are channeling becomes more and more blurry as the years of your channeling go on.
Yes. And that there is that awakening of what we speak of, your light being, incarnate self, that there is that awakening of what you could call your divine self, or your, what many speak of, your higher self, that then becomes embodied, and that there is this overflowing that you're speaking about, that it isn't only while you're channeling that there is that connected sense, that sense of connection. It informs your system also of that connection in what you would call your waking consciousness. So this is what you, the Arcturians, are speaking about with the evolution over time and space. So how can one, what is some of the, we know some are not just starting to channel here yet. What are some of the first calibration steps to be aligned with those beings that are in alignment with the individual's signature energy and Earth Star experience? Because there's a reason that your channel channels you, the 9-dimensional Arcturians. There is a connection as to why Danielle divinely transmits this particular council of light. So what would you say about that matching of vibrations?
Yes, we would say that each individual needs to trust what they feel attracted to in terms of an energetic experience. Now, an individual can go somewhat general and say, I would like to channel a fairy, I would like to channel an archangel, I would like to channel a higher dimensional collective from a particular star system, or an ascended master. You can go very general with what you are attracted to vibrationally and energetically, or you may have always had a particular affinity for Archangel Michael or Yeshua or Pleiadian energy. You may notice that all of the people that you are interested in as spiritual teachers are people who are bringing through Pleiadians. And then you would say to yourself, well, I must have an attraction to this particular star system. And I know what they generally feel like because I have listened to and read Nora Harold's work, Wendy Kennedy's work, Barbara Marciniak's work, anyone else that you have encountered who is an excellent channel of Pleiadian energy. And then you would say, that's what I resonate most with, so I'm going to put myself in that vibrational state that I usually find myself in as I receive their work, as I read the words that they have brought through or watch the videos that they have made. And so you put yourself in harmony with Pleiadian energy, you relax, you open yourself up, you tell the universe that you only want to connect with higher frequency beings of love and light who want to be of service, and then you simply relax, breathe, and wait for the connection to happen.
Yes. There is also, from our perspective, a very direct connection to what we are speaking of in terms of one's legacy work from your divine genius, that the bodies of work that you would bring into the world, the service or contribution that you would have, whether you are a visionary, a healer that may not have that as your career, so to speak, yet it is who you be and what it is that you're up to and contributing to this larger evolution in consciousness, or whether this is also your, what you could call your business. And so the connection to the particular vibration of beings of light is also related to what it is that you would bring forward, the book that you would scribe, the program that you would create, the coaching that you would do, and that it is vibrationally compounded or exponentiated by connecting to the higher frequencies as you are creating in the now moment. So we love that you are sharing about this inner guidance system, so to speak, that one is following what is attracting, what is in resonance, what there is an affinity for. And is there more that you could say about the unique signature signals for how an individual recognizes affinity, attraction, resonance? We know this is a simplistic question or something that may just be a given, yet we have a sense of unpacking it a little bit more will help the system relax into what you're speaking of with this trust. How does one recognize, vibrationally recognize affinity?
One of the best ways of thinking about affinity for a particular vibration is through sound, because it is so easy for you to recognize when you like a certain piece of music and when you dislike a piece of music. And so as you sit and listen to the vibrations and feel the vibrations that are coming through a particular channel, you will notice whether you are being put off by those particular sounds or the sound of the person's voice as they bring through the material, or in contrast, whether you feel like you are being put in a trance-like state because you are so mesmerized by the vibration that you are feeling, the sound that is moving through your physical body. It either works for you and makes you feel more connected, more of the source energy that you truly are, or it does not. And if it does not, then it may be a temporary situation there where you just don't resonate in that moment, but you will come back to it years later and you will find, now I'm ready to do this work with Arcturian energy, or I'm ready to do this work with energy from the Orion system. So it really does depend on what you need in the moment, and you can trust how you feel in regards to whether you are in need of that particular material and that particular vibration.
And how has the material that your channel has brought through over the many years contributed to his system and what he has required? We would love to go into that a little bit, if you will, because there is a deeper connection as well, direct correlation to what the individual system is calling in, that the channeling can be a vehicle for in a very efficient and accelerated way.
Even before this one here began to channel higher frequency energies, he did prepare his physical body for the experience, not knowing that he was making his body a better vessel for higher frequency energy. And then once he started channeling, he began to feel more attracted to plant-based foods, became vegan, became raw, and would only choose to eat food that was organically grown, and continues to be very particular about what he puts in his body. And that's just what feels right to him. Now he also feels very attracted to nature, to being in nature. Nature seems to cleanse his energetic field quite nicely. And he definitely needs to stay hydrated and does feel very attracted to coconut water and spring water for that hydration.
You're speaking about as well that there is the preparation that happens even before there's the recognition that there is preparation. That for Danielle, for example, as she was very at an early age aware of energy and vibration and tracking energies and vibrations, and then in her first careers as a counselor, as a massage therapist, as an energy healer, that they all were a part, as a yoga teacher, that they all were a part of, in a sense, preparing the system to be that conduit, that individualized oneness, to have that connection. And even some of what may have been considered the oversensitivity of perhaps being overwhelmed by others' energies, or empathic nature, or having the confusion that came from when someone would say one thing and she was very much aware that it wasn't what really was going on with their system, the family that she chose, that all of that was also preparation for the innate capacity that then is chosen to be developed. So we would love to go into this vibrational affinity, this vibrational attraction, and to place on the altar the possibility for the individuals that are choosing to connect with beings of light and love, that you have a very strong vibrational recognition and affinity and attraction to. The 9-dimensional Arcturians are present. And as you may have remembered, that Melchizedek also stepped forward as a part of our particular team in this now moment. And there are also the path of the Venus light, beings of light that are present. And the path of the Venus light, beings of light, very much have to do with a higher purpose or mission, that each individual is fully expressing their brilliance, their divine genius without any hesitation or doubt or holding back. So if you're in a particular period of really having this deeper call to contribute at this time, which many are, that the path of the Venus light, beings of light, may be supporting or supportive to have the experience of what it's like to just know why you're here and what's yours to do, and to simply do it. That if you are the strawberry, you are the most sun-ripened, fully potent strawberry, that you're not the diluted, holding back, fear, doubt strawberry. If you're the bike, you are being partnered with a child that absolutely enjoys and delights in riding the bike, or that is doing a Tour de France. So there's this absolute freedom with brilliance and divine genius that the path of the Venus light, beings of light, support. That the original Council of Light that came in for the Council of Light books, higher purpose, was to increase the vibration of joy and therefore health, wealth, and happiness. That Thoth come forward as an access point, Danielle's primary partner, to connect to different consciousness and source directly in connection to infinite heart knowledge and the ascended masteries of scribing, of communication, of healing, of sacred architecture. So we're sharing a little bit about the higher purposes. The Hathors are also present for that sound and that vibration of ecstatic bliss, that the affinity is also based on what you require and desire at this time and what you have to share. So is there a higher purpose that you, the Arcturians, would share a little bit to support, and vibrationally it may be in sound, to support that connection to what may be a vibrational recognition or match with your energies?
Oftentimes, individuals will connect to us when they are ready to take their spiritual evolution to a higher level. Our star system has always been about the pursuit of spiritual mastery. It has been a place of peace in the galaxy, a place where souls would incarnate for hundreds or thousands of lifetimes seeking to perfect spiritual gifts and abilities while in the physical realm. And so when an individual is ready to go further with that type of work, is ready to explore telepathy, telekinesis, is looking for deeper meditation, they will often seek out energy from our star system to bring them into that heightened awareness of the gifts that they already have within them, gifts that they honed while incarnating in our star system. As many beings who are incarnate on Earth right now came through our star system at some point for a series of incarnations. And when they did, they experienced their lives as being in concert with the harmony of spiritual mastery as it is sought out and achieved.
Yes. And is there an opening meditation to facilitate this connection with beings of light and love and the higher frequencies for each that are choosing to open to your unique channel and your unique connection?
Yes. We invite anyone who would like to channel higher frequency beings to focus on being in a relaxed state as you close your eyes. We invite you to feel as grounded as you can in your physical body. And we invite you to breathe more consciously. And as you breathe, focus on the feeling of the air that you are taking in. And set your intention to breathing in the energies that are around you, that are of the highest frequency. Focus on and intend to breathe in the energy that's in your field, that was designed just for you, that was delivered to your field by your guides to facilitate the process of opening you up to channel, to feel higher frequency energies as they move through you. And to delight in that feeling to such an extent that you want more and more of it. We invite you to open yourselves up like a flower and feel yourselves extending out, expanding out to include more, to bring your sense of self to a new heightened awareness that is inclusive of higher dimensions. As you allow the higher dimensional energies to come in, to play with you, to align, open, and cleanse your chakras, to bring you into such a high vibrational state that you cannot help but connect to higher frequency beings of light and love who want very much to be your friends, your partners, your co-creators, to work with you to bring in a higher consciousness for all of humanity. And as you hold that intention to be of service with your channeling, beings who also want to be of service will find you as you light up in this moment to them, as you make your hearts available and you feel yourself merging with these higher dimensional beings, and you feel yourself knowing what they know, being awakened to their teachings, and you focus on letting go of control, opening up more, letting your channeling come through you in the precise and unique ways that it will, as you surrender to the experience of merging with higher dimensional beings and expressing in your unique style their perspective, their energy, and their vibration for all of humanity to benefit from. Continue to focus on your breathing and on being relaxed. Maintain the state of being that you're in right now. And you will feel a connection that was always there, but that you are now more aware of than ever before, and more willing to share with others. As you feel the rightness of what you are connected to and what wants very much to come through you.
As you're breathing and calibrating and connecting, we invite you to turn on your vibrational recognition divine capacity. This divine capacity is a part of your universal divine design. You are vibrational recognizers. You vibrationally recognize affinity, attraction. You vibrationally recognize what's not yours, what's not aligned for you. So as you are communing with these higher frequencies, we're placing on the altar also this attunement to turn on your vibrational recognition capacity, and that your choice to do so is what will create the turning on of this vibrational recognizing, and then to utilize it in this now moment. What is the vibration that you are recognizing as your beings of light and love are communing and connecting with you? Is there a divine quality like love or truth or expansion, joy, that you vibrationally recognize. Is there a color or a word or a symbol that you vibrationally recognize as you connect? Is there a signature signal in your body? Does your body move? Is there a sound that comes to you that you vibrationally recognize as that moment of bringing your awareness to the higher frequency connection that's always there? So taking a few more moments in this calibration, knowing that this is a choice, that the calibration is divine to divine, from the place of equality, from the place of equanimity. It is a partnership. There may be a vibrational recognition of a feeling of coming home, of being even more connected to who it is that you be. And just asking for the connection to continue in the way that's optimal for your system. And is there a way that you would bring this opening to a place of integration? And the Arcturians, is there a way to bring this meditation to a place of integration or completion for now, to also model the beginning, the middle, the integration of the cycle, knowing that the calibration will continue?
Yeah. We are happy to provide such an ending for these beautiful souls who have participated. As you relax into the energies that you have connected with in these moments that we have shared together, know that there is a place within you where you will have greater access to them moving forward. Take note of where that place is inside of you, so that you can come back to it more easily, and so that you can access in the blink of an eye the connection that you have established here in these moments we have shared with you.
There may be an energetic photograph that you take of that connection that you can call upon. So as we're moving towards the place of completion, we'd invite each of you to return your focus to your breath, to feeling your bodies, to perhaps wiggling your toes or your fingers, or rubbing your palms together. And at that optimal time for you, you may choose to continue to bask in the energies, yet at that optimal time for you, just bringing your awareness back. And we would invite you as well to receive the free gift that is very powerful meditation to also support the body with the energy in the cells of these higher frequencies. So, any final messages that you would leave us with?
We want you all to feel that you have accomplished something, that you have established a connection, and that you have sent out the signal to all higher frequency beings that you are ready, willing, and open to receive and co-create with them.
And we are acknowledging each of your contribution to the evolution in consciousness, and extending our acknowledgement and appreciation to you, the Arcturians, and your channel, and to all that are birthing this higher dimensional legacy together. All is light and love, and we are all.